Whispering Star ASMR. Welcome to Whispering Star ASMR. Whispering Star ASMR. And today's video is going to be a makeup roleplay video. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay. So first, what I'm going to do is start off by clipping back your hair with this beautiful butterfly claw clip, just to make sure that your hair is out of our way for the rest of the session. So I'm just going to clip your hair back. Okay, so I'm just gonna come here and clip your hair. Okay, so now that your hair is kind of all out of the way, what I'm gonna do is I have a white towel here that I've slightly dampened, and I'm just going to use it to lightly wipe away at your face to make sure any excess oils or anything of the sort is removed from your face. So just gently wiping away at your face. Making sure to get any excess dirt or oils that might be lingering and make our makeup application go a little wonky. Okay, so I'm just gonna pat your face dry with the other end. So just pat, 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 pat. Okay. Now that your face is nice and clean and also nice and dry as well, here is my makeup bag. As you can see, it's this lovely blue Elizabeth Arden makeup bag, and all of our makeup products are in this one. So without further ado, let's get started with your makeup application. Okay, so the first thing that I'll be using on your face is this really gentle Neutrogena moisturizer. So this is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream that has hyaluronic acid in it. So it's a really gentle but really moisturizing moisturizer that is suitable for many skin types. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit here. That's what the cream looks like, and just apply this all over your face. On your cheeks, making sure to get that T-zone, as that can be a really dry area for some people. On your nose, on your forehead, and on your chin as well. Okay. Now I'm just going to pat that moisturizer in to make sure that the skin absorbs it. So just patting, 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 patting. Okay, so now that the moisturizer has seemingly been absorbed by your skin, we're going to go on to the next product, which is our primer. So I have here the famous Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and this is a great smoothing and blurring primer. So I'm just going to open this up and take a little bit. That's all the primer I'm going to use today. Just a little bit of primer. And I'm going to rub this on my fingertips and just smooth this primer in only on your T-zone. So where you have the most pores that need to be kind of blurred. Pores are very normal. Everyone has them, including me, but sometimes we just need a smooth base for great makeup application. So just making sure that that primer is in our T-zone properly. Okay. Now that we have our primer and moisturizer on, it's actually time to get into the complexion products. So I'll be giving you 2 choices of foundations today, and you can pick between which one you prefer and kind of which brand you prefer, maybe what finish you prefer. So I'll tell you a little bit about each one of them. So the first foundation option we have here is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. So this is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation, and this is a very lightweight, buildable coverage, but very lightweight, and I would say medium coverage foundation. It's not definitely heavy or cakey at all, and it feels very, very light on your skin. So this is one option. The next option we have here is the famous Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. So this is the Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup Foundation. Now this is known to be a little bit more of a heavier formula, nothing that feels too cakey on your skin, of course, but it is a bit of a heavier formula, and I would say that this is definitely medium to full coverage. So it really just depends on what type of look you're trying to go for today. So if you are trying to go for more of a, lightweight, everyday, medium coverage foundation, I would go with the Dior Backstage. But if you are looking for more of a heavier coverage, then I would go Estee Lauder. So which one would you like to choose? The Dior? Okay, perfect. Great choice. This is a great everyday type of foundation. So to apply this foundation, I have here a beauty blender, and don't worry about it. This is clean. It's just a little stained, but we'll be using the beauty blender to blend our foundation today. So I'm just going to shake up the foundation so that pigments can mix. Okay. Just going to open this up and take some foundation on the back of my hand, Okay. So, as you can see now, I have some foundation on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to take my beauty blender and just work in some foundation in here. Okay. And I'm going to start by blending this on your cheeks. Making sure to get your chin and your forehead as well. I feel like the forehead is a place where a lot of people neglect to put their foundation. So just going in with some more and adding some more to the areas where we need some more coverage. Okay, making sure that the foundation has been blended properly everywhere. So you want a seamless finish. Okay. Now that we've applied our foundation, it's time to move on to the next step, which is concealer. So I will give you two options here as well. So the first concealer option is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. So once again, this is one of the more heavier full coverage options. Definitely is a little heavier under the eyes, but great for if you have a lot of pigmentation or dark circles under the eyes. I typically reach for this when I'm going to a party or need to do more of a heavier makeup look. Or the second option we have here is the House Labs concealer. And this concealer is more suitable for everyday wear. And you can still build up the coverage by doing a couple layers, but it will not look cakey or kind of crease under the eyes as you will with a heavier concealer like this. So I would recommend that, since you chose a lightweight foundation as well, that you go with this concealer. So is that okay with you? Okay, great. So this concealer has a big doe foot applicator. Just gotta be careful sometimes pulling it out of the ball. So that's what the doe foot applicator looks like. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a generous amount and swipe it underneath your eyes. Okay, so just gonna swipe it underneath both of your eyes. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit actually before I blend it so we can get some extra coverage. But while waiting for that to dry, I'm gonna add a couple dots of this concealer to any other problem areas that we might want to cover on our face. So any extra places of discoloration or acne scarring. So I'm just gonna dot it on the areas that I think could use a little more coverage. Not too much. Okay, so we're not going to blend the under eyes just yet because we're going to wait for that to set a little bit. But while we're waiting for that, we can use our beauty blender once again and blend out the little patches of concealer that we just put on over your face for the extra coverage. So just gonna blend out the few dots of concealer that we did over the face. Okay, awesome. And we're just going to wait about a minute or two and let that concealer set before we blend it. Okay, now that the concealer has been sitting for a little while, I have this Sephora Collection number 71 concealer brush here. So we're going to use this to pat the concealer underneath our eyes to blend it rather than drag it, because if we drag it, some of that coverage is going to get lost and it's also going to get a bit streaky, which we don't want at all, okay? So I'm just going to start on this eye and just pat to blend the concealer. Very gently, using little to no pressure, and taking my time to blend this concealer out. Okay, move on to the next eye. Once again, being very gentle. Okay, in order to avoid creasing, we're actually going to set our under eyes right away. So this is the iconic Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish powder. We only have a little bit left, but enough for our needs today. And I have here a fresh, clean powder puff that I took out just for you. So I'm just going to apply some of this onto our powder puff and dab it underneath your eyes to set our concealer in place before it even has a chance to crease. Okay, go in with some more for the other eye and add that powder there. Okay, now that our under eyes have been set beautifully and there is no creasing actually that I can see, we can move on to our next step, which is going to be a little liquid blush. So I have here a really tiny, cute, mini Rare Beauty. There we go, little cute Rare Beauty blush in the shade Happy. Now this is a beautiful pink tone blush that can be, usable on various different skin types and skin shades and skin tones as well, as this is one of those formulas, but you can really build up if you need more. So it's a beautiful pink color, and you really do just need the smallest amount for this. So I'm going to start off by putting a couple dots on one cheek, blending that out, and then the other cheek and then blending that out. So I'm just going to do 2 dots on each cheek. Okay, so let's do 1 and 2, and now just using this e.l.f. Putty Blush blending brush, just blend out this blush. It is pigmented, so we don't want to use more than 2 dots of this blush. Okay, now that we've blended out this side, we're going to grab some more and do 2 dots of blush on this side as well. 1, 2. Okay, same thing on this side. Just blend out that blush, making sure to thoroughly blend it out so there are no harsh lines. Okay, now that we have some blush on, let's move on to bronzer. So I have this Patrick Ta Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo set in the shade She Sculpted. So as you can see that there is a cream contour side and also a powder bronzer side. So we're not going to use the cream bronzer side today because that would be for more of a heavier makeup look. We're just going to go with the lighter bronzer shade. So I have a e.l.f. angled brush here that is great for contour because of its angled shape, so you can really get into the cheekbones. So I'm just gonna dab a little bit of this Patrick Ta bronzer onto the brush, making sure to disperse it properly. Wipe off any of that excess product on the back of my hand and just go right beneath your cheekbones to give you a great bronzed and chiseled look. This is where the angle of the brush really comes in handy. So do this side as well. And I'm gonna take some more and use it to bronze your forehead, around your jaw, and contour your nose as well. Okay, awesome. The makeup is turning out great so far. So for our next step, we are just going to apply some mascara onto your eyes. And this is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. And this has a really nice and long and skinny wand. Which makes it really easy to apply mascara. Okay. So just applying mascara on your lashes, making sure not to get any on your lid. This eye as well. This is a nice lengthening mascara, but it will not clump and it will look quite natural actually. Okay. Now that we have our mascara on as well, our second last step is applying some lip balm on you. So this is the infamous Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in the shade Vanilla Beige. This is my favorite shade and it also smells amazing. So I'm just going to apply some of this on your lips as kind of a lip balm, but also it does look like a lip gloss, so that's great. So just applying some of this on your lips. Awesome. Okay. The final step of our makeup routine today is using a setting spray. So this is the e.l.f. Dewy Coconut Setting Mist. And we're just going to use this to set our makeup. This smells great as well and also does a great job of setting your makeup. So I'm just going to do a few spritz of this. This has a really fine mist, so it shouldn't be irritating at all. Okay, awesome. Your makeup is done and you look great. Here, I'll just unclip the clip that we did at the beginning for what we used for your hair. And that is your makeup look complete. I really hope you like how your makeup turned out today, and I really hope you all enjoyed today's video.